We live in a world of instant gratification. One tap delivers our Amazon packages to our doorstep. One swipe can distract us with endless options for entertainment. And one click gives us instant validation. And every time we indulge, dopamine floods our brain. We feel good, but only for a brief moment. These fleeting hits of pleasure are quietly sabotaging your health, your relationships, your money, and even your dreams. Most people don't even realize that this is happening. Instant gratification is seductive because it's easy. It offers this quick relief from discomfort. And the moment we feel hungry, we eat. The moment we feel bored, we scroll. And the moment we feel sad or stressed, we reach for a distraction. For many people, comfort feels better than discomfort, or at least that's what we've been conditioned to believe. What most people don't realize is that pleasure is way more powerful of a weapon than pain. Because pleasure, you're not going to see coming. Pleasure, you're not going to fight back. Imagine a prison where no one wants to escape. You have endless entertainment, convenience at your fingertips, and the comfort just becomes the bars of your prison. And some even walk into the cell and throw away the key altogether, not realizing that they've locked themselves in. True happiness, mastery, and success are not born in comfort. They're forged in struggle and delayed gratification. When you give in to instant gratification, like eating candy or ice cream right away, or checking your phone for short videos that are entertaining, your brain starts to get these quick bursts of dopamine. And dopamine is that feel-good chemical that's tied to reward. But if these bursts happen too often, the brain starts to adapt and it needs more and more stimulation to feel that same spark. So ordinary things like reading or walking outside or working on a hobby or hanging out with your loved ones start to lose their joy. Delayed gratification works differently. When you wait, like studying before watching TV or saving money instead of impulsively buying something on Amazon, you start to activate your prefrontal cortex. That's the brain's planning and self-control center. It's like a muscle. Even though your brain's an organ, it's like a muscle. That part of your brain starts to get stronger and stronger with use. The reward still comes, but it's bigger and more satisfying because you've worked for it. Over time, people who chase quick dopamine hits become impatient and restless and always looking for the next fix. Those who practice delayed gratification start to grow calmer, they're more focused, they're more patient, and they're better equipped to handle challenges. They enjoy rewards more because they've earned it. Every time you run from pain, you're training yourself and your brain to be weak. You condition the brain to think that you can't handle the task at hand. And over time, your brain starts to form a belief that becomes part of your identity. Each reach for comfort, like scrolling, snacking, or distracting yourself, strengthens those neural pathways in your brain that weaken you. Think about health, for instance. Many overweight people say, I don't want to work out because it hurts my body. But that pain is the signal of transformation. Your muscles are growing and getting reshaped through the discomfort of lifting weights. Strength is born from that strain. Now, others say, I can't stand the feeling of being hungry, so they soothe themselves with food. But fasting actually helps your body to heal. It's kind of like a flower that has to break free from the seed that it's in, and it pushes through the soil, and then it starts to bloom. And you too must struggle to unfold your full potential. Growth always requires struggle. But we live in a society that has conditioned us to fear discomfort. And most people sabotage themselves because they can't sit with uncomfortable emotions. Unwanted stress leads to long hours of distraction on social media. Sadness or loneliness leads to food, alcohol, or possibly the gazing eyes of another. But feelings aren't the enemy. They're your guidance system. They're your internal guidance system, and they are meant to be felt, not suppressed. When you sit with them, they pass. And in their passing, you start to develop and grow. Suppressed and unacknowledged emotions, on the other hand, fester and turn into disease. Some of you may already know this, but when a buffalo sees a storm coming, they charge straight through it. They don't go around it. They don't try to avoid it. They go straight through it. They know that it is the fastest way to get to the other side of the storm. So we must learn from the buffalo and do the same thing. In relationships, instant gratification shows up as avoiding conflict or running from challenges or indulging in affairs or searching for someone who will just make life easier. But what if easy is actually making you weak? Growth comes from facing conflict, from repairing fights, and allowing that discomfort that we feel to start to shape us and evolve us. Fights aren't the end of love. They're opportunities for love to deepen. Even the healthiest of relationships, people fight. And what matters isn't avoiding the fight, but it's the repair that's made after the fight. Love is strengthened when we can learn how to better love our partner and work on the wounds in ourselves that keep these triggers or issues resurfacing. A true partnership challenges you to grow. They help you see what you can't see in yourself. There's only so far we can get in our healing on our own that a partnership helps to bring to light the unconscious aspects of our character so we can transmute it and heal it so that we can have a better relationship not only with ourselves but also with our partner. But this process requires humility and resilience and a willingness to stay even when your ego is bruised and wants to run. Instant gratification with money can be devastating for a lot of people. The thrill of the buy now button drowns people in debt. Wealth is built through discipline, saving when you want to spend, investing when you want to consume, and delaying today so that your future self can be free. Now, my favorite line is, if you save money, it will save you. Financial freedom is not a dopamine hit. It's compounding growth over time. It's small changes that you do today that can lead to big results later on. It's the discipline of skipping the daily Starbucks coffee drink and putting that money into an account that can build your future. You know, everyone wants overnight success, but mastery does not come quickly. It is the product of decades of struggle, late nights, failed attempts, inner battles with our demons, and endless persistence. There will be tears that no one else will see, and it'll make you feel like you are running a marathon and you've lost track of the finish line. But these very struggles are the things that are shaping your character and strengthening your discipline. Write this down if you need to, but please remember this and put it on your wall. There are no failures, there is only feedback. Most businesses or relationships or lifestyle changes fail because people quit when things get tough. They believe this lie that if it were meant to be, it would be easy. Everything you want is going to require tenacity. If it were easy, everyone would have it. If you endure the grind, your business will become more than just an income. It will become a reflection of the resilience of your soul. But if you run towards comfort, you will become weak. You must face the challenges and difficulties that are presented to you at every moment in your path in order for you to become stronger. Look at every obstacle and challenge as a personal trainer. You know, life will always bring storms. The question is whether you'll run from them or will you learn to enjoy riding the waves that present themselves from that storm. Comfort is a silent killer of potential, and it is sabotaging your chances of stepping into the greatest version of yourself. So the next time you feel the urge to escape, pause, breathe, step into the discomfort, because every storm that you endure is only going to make you stronger and stronger. Every struggle you face will make you wiser, and every moment of delayed gratification sets your future self up for success. So let me know in the comments down below, how are you going to delay gratification in your life? Maybe you get rid of Amazon Prime. Maybe you allow the package to show up 2 weeks later. Maybe instead of having a snack because you want to feel better in the moment, you have a glass of water. So let me know in the comments down below, how do you plan to implement more of delayed gratification in your life so that you can become stronger and more resilient?